In my dreams, I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart, there'll always be a place for you for all of my life. On May 22nd, 2001, Faith Hill released her song There You'll Be to the public. This is a tribute towards the Pearl Harbor bombings. Unfortunately, the song did not gain traction until August 2001, just a mere month before the September 11th bombing of the Twin Towers. As somebody born in August 2001, I've seen a lot of loss at a very young age. This includes the death of my father, who passed away when I was age 9. My father suffered from a disease called biliary atresia. This is a rare disease, most commonly known among babies from ages newborn to 3 years old. Most children do not survive past the age of 3, so my father was very lucky to survive to age 28. However, this was not the only bad thing to happen in my life. Since my parents married at a very early age, they separated in a nasty divorce when I was age 2. I spent most of my life either in one house or the other. However, I spent most of my time at my mom's, because if I was at my father's, there was a very likely chance we would end up at the hospital. Usually he was just waiting on information on his last transplant, or if that transplant had failed, he was waiting on information for his new transplant. He ended up having a grand total of 3 transplants. Unfortunately, after a long and hard battle, my father passed away in 2010. One thing that I remember about his funeral was that the place was just filled with eagles. Not real eagles, of course, but pictures and silhouettes and stuff like that. This is because of the verse it was inspired from, Isaiah 40:31. And they will walk and not grow weary, and they will run and not grow faint, and they will soar on wings like eagles. This reminded me of the verse in Faith Hill songs. In my dreams, I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart, there'll always be a place for you for all of my life. And that is why I chose this song. The reason that I decided to do a topic on my father today, instead of mainly focusing on myself, was because 1, I wanted to pay a tribute to him, and 2, I wanted to explain to all of you the impact that he has had on my life. And it's been a great impact. Unfortunately, after my father passed away and my mother remarried, I was thrust into an abusive household. My stepfather was mentally abusive, physically abusive, and emotionally abusive. This sent me into a deeper depression than I was already in after my father passed away, giving me a sense of loneliness and emptiness, causing me to self-harm and cut off all of my friends except for my boyfriend and my best friend. My best friend suffers from bipolar disorder, so it was a very unhealthy place for me to be. Luckily, once I was able to step out of that abusive household, I was able to see the joy in life and able to, of course, stop self-harming and take care of myself and be healthy. So, I was wondering, well, what did my father teach me? Because I only had a few years with him. Turns out, he was very fundamental in my life. My father gave me joy in the gifts that he gave me, and this is shown through another verse in Faith Hill's song. It says, "You showed me how it feels to feel the sky within my reach. I remember the strength you gave me and your love to make it through." Because even though I only had 9 years with my father, he showed an immense amount of love, an immense amount of strength. And with all of the pain that he'd been through, he was able to still be there for me, still be there for his family, and still just be a beautiful human being, and be kind and be loving. And I definitely like to say that I get my kindness and my love and my joy from him now. So no, I didn't grow up ideally. But the little time that I did have with him, it taught me so much more than I would have thought. And I'm so glad that I realize it now that I'm not in that dark place. And I'm so glad that I can correlate between my life and my father's life. It gives me a connection that I didn't have before. So I wanted to pay tribute to him. Thank you. In my dreams, I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart, there'll always be a place for you for all of my life.